Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yvonne Wildheart, and dark moon, Aries, solar eclipse blessings to you all. What a time that we are in. I don't know about you, but things have been stirring up, coming up from that portal of that full moon Libran South Node eclipse 2 weeks ago. And whoa, what a time that we're in. So if you're feeling unsteady and everything is just coming up and coming up and coming up again, I hear you. I hear you. It's a collective experience and we're all in this together, but boy, sometimes it can feel like we're being really thrown into this, what feels like a bit of a whitewash, actually. So let's look at the chart for this new moon. Total solar eclipse. We've got, it's a North Node eclipse, so have a look here. So here in Australia, so if you're listening to this or watching this somewhere else in the world, adjust it for your time. So this is for Eastern Australia here at 4:20 a.m. on the 9th of April. So tomorrow morning, I'm recording this on the 8th of April. So right into this dark moon feeling of portals and just dark, but dark as in, it's a place where we can just sit. It's the void space. It's where the magic happens. My teacher Jane Hardwick Collins would say the spaces in between is where the magic happens. This is the place where we are exposed to the whole cosmos, this information, this unfiltered galactic wisdom being filtered down through to us on this earthly realm in our earthly bodies. And it's everybody, everybody's experience in this. So we're all in this together, although sometimes in Aries, it is an individual sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So let's have a look to see where this is falling. So as you can see here, this is the sun with the circle with the dot next to the moon at 19 degrees and 23 minutes. And it's a North Node eclipse. So it's right, this is a North Node. It's like a portal going from the future or future information being filtered here on Earth. It probably works both ways, I think, because what we know, and especially with Saturn here in Pisces, time isn't linear. Pisces is unbounded energy, and with Saturn here, who is the Lord of time, is stirring our concept of what actually is time. So it feels like with an eclipse, it's this opportunity for us, and a North Node eclipse, an opportunity for us to really start to move forward, or something is changing. I know Chris Brennan from the Astrology Podcast would say eclipses are always grand endings and grand beginnings. Grand endings if they're coming from the South Node, which is where the Libran eclipse, full moon eclipse was 2 weeks ago. This is a North Node eclipse, so it's something beginning. And we might not see this now for 6 months to come. Sometimes we need some space in between, but there'll be something happening right now that will step us forward into something new. And it could be just a conversation with somebody, or it could be an idea that's floated in your mind. 6 months, 12 months down the track, we will be able to track it back to this time now. So this is a very important time as we evolve. We are growing. We are, really this invitation to open ourselves up to this eclipse wisdom of energy that can filter through us. And look, we all are, we can choose to go with this or not. But with Chiron here, this is and I'm going to show you here on the map on the wheel. Chiron here is the key. This is a key to unlock the woundings from our past, to really sit with it. And is it true or is it not? And this is falling, look, 19 degrees. It's right on this. It is this Aries dark moon, new moon eclipse. It's here, it's a key player, a key. And the thing about Chiron is it's a centaur, it's a mythical beast, but is it real? Is it not? We don't really know, but Chiron is the wounded healer. And so what happens when Chiron is playing in our charts and in our lives, it brings up the things from our past pain, our past soreness, and it's an invitation to take that key and unlock the door, to allow it to inform us what to do in the future, the wounded healer. And if you've been in, counseling or anything like that, you would know that if someone's there and they haven't looked at their woundings, it's going to come through the session. And so one of the things that if you're a counselor or a space holder in any way, go and do your Chiron work. Go and look at your woundings, look at the pains and the hurts that you've experienced in your life, and bring them up and see them, and really see them. Are they real? Are they not? And heal those, because to be able to do that, then we become the healer and the space holder for the woundings that we've experienced. And therefore we're able to sit with somebody, more and more fully and more present, to be able to help, hold space for others to do the same. So this is what Chiron is here to do. So at this dark moon eclipse, this new moon, dark moon, this totally solar eclipse, let's have a look at why it's a solar eclipse. Stop share here, and I will bring up what this actually looks like. So here we have the sun, the moon, and the earth, and this is why it's a solar eclipse. Any dark moon, new moon is always this alignment, but sometimes the moon might be up here and might be down here when it comes into the middle of the sun and the earth. But for this time, the reason why this is the eclipse, because there's a node, there's a point here that brings it into full alignment. So the moon is blocking the sun's rays back onto the earth, which is a portal. It's like the dark side of the moon. There's something that is hidden from us that allows new information to come through for us to plan to step into something new here, because it's a North Node eclipse. So it's a very powerful time to begin something new. Being in Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the ram that's ready to take off without really thinking about it. It just has this urge, this movement forward, that it's like it's ready to go. It hasn't got all the information yet, but damn, let's go. It's cardinal fire. It's the spark of the idea to move forward with. Aries is leadership. It is initiation. We are being initiated under this solar eclipse. So let's have a look to where it is falling on our chart in the world. So you can see, so here in Australia, we're not actually going to get to see this eclipse. It is happening at 4:20, as I said. And the pathway of eclipses over North America. And if you've been following the news, you know that there's been a lot of happenings in America. America's actually in the middle of their Pluto return. Pluto is the lord of the underworld. It's coming up, and it's showing us what needs to change. How do we move forward now in these times? And I'll just play this so you can see. So this is Australia here. This is night. You can see the total alignment of the moon, sun, and the earth, and then it moves across through. But it does start, if you go back, it does start here in the Pacific. So, it's pretty close to us here. So there is an energy here of pulling, this energy that's rippling around the whole collective, actually, even though it's intensified around this Mexico, North America, and sort of parts of Canada. It's still, we're all connected. We all are actually one. And so we are being deeply transformed, deeply called to move forward, regardless of what happened, regardless of what was stirred up in that Libran full moon eclipse, which was a couple of weeks ago, which was a south node eclipse. So moving away to move forward. Let's bring up the chart again and let's see what else is going on. Okay, so yes, this invitation to really look at our woundings. What do we need to look at? What do we need to say? It's time to move forward regardless. I'm just taking a moment just to feel what this feels like. This portal that is opening to hear the call to move forward regardless. And the things that are coming up, are we going to be pulled back by the past? Are we going to get pulled back? Because this is an opposition. The nodal points are opposites. The south node and north node are opposite sides of the earth. Earth is sitting in the middle. This is us in the middle, and all these energies are moving through us and speaking to us. And yes, this is the terrain, but how do we navigate that brings the individuality out. We can choose to hang on to those woundings that Chiron's bringing up. We can choose to still have ourselves, our past selves, inform us what we do in the future, of course. But also we get to choose to think about whether this is actually real or not. Again, Chiron, the mythical beast. Do we choose to go, oh, that was a pain last time I put myself out there. People didn't buy my tickets or whatever, and that worthiness wound is there, or, my sense of self, these woundings that can come up, especially in Aries, because Aries is about individuality. It's about the self and who am I, the right to exist. And this feeling that when we step into something new, it's scary. Like everybody experiences this. It's scary. Whether other people show it or not, there is a sense of, not being stable, but, we have a choice here to say, okay, I feel that wounding of what I put out there is not good enough. Maybe that's the wounding, the worthiness wound, for example. I'm saying this because this is mine. And but really sit with it and it's like, well, where's the root of that? Can I track that back to a time in my past? And what do I need to do to attend that? Do I need to send my past self some love? Can I sit with this long enough and really allow it to be brought up so we can really see it in for what it is? And is this true now? I think this is the question to be asking ourselves here at this dark moon. Is this wounding true now? And if it is, well, that's an invitation to go off and do some attending to it, to sit with it and to bring it up so you can see it more fully and to work through this. By doing this deeper Chiron work, we get to experience something brand new here and to step forward, this initiation that we've been called to do. We are so needing people to step through our Chirons so we can share our gifts, to share our magic with the world. We're so needing this new magic to come through right now. And it starts with us. It starts with individuals to say, hey, I got an idea. Let's put it out to the people. Let's see what it is. Let's share our talents and our ideas, our cardinal fire, our spark. And by doing that, it gives permission for others to do the same. This is about leadership here. Aries is leadership. And what are you doing? Are you being a leader of the new world, or are you being caught and dragged back by the tendrils of the past that holds us all back in this old paradigm? This is huge. This eclipse is really huge for us as a collective, I feel. But it all starts with the individual, and knowing what is within is without, and is without is within. Really feeling that. If your inner world is stuck in a wounding, I have no doubt it will be reflected on the outside. So what we see on the outside is what is happening on the inside. And if you watch the news or whatever, what's happening around the world, the pulse of the individual, I feel, is there's lots of turmoil here. It's scattered energy, it's war energy, it's energy of the old paradigm of the patriarchal culture of individuality. Must grab and do it for myself. This taking away. If we pull it back and have a look what's inside of us, really, and really sit with, who are you really from this cosmic perspective, and look back down. Who are you really, and why are you here? Aries, who are you? Aries is all about who are you, but who are you really? And just sit with that, and sit with it, and sit with it until you can, able to take yourself out into this, cosmic perspective, and look back and say, who are you really? And it could be as simple as you are love. It could be that. It could be that you are a light beam here to just share your light. Not just, but here to share your light. Bring it back to that simplicity. Aries is the first spark. Who are you under this first spark? What is the first spark of your cosmic self? What was that? What was that point that you came in with, without all the density that is here? Come back to that. And I feel that this is what this new moon, this total eclipse, is calling us to do, is come back to who we really are. That initial cardinal spark of our soul's being. And I feel when we do that, when we can come back to that, without that feeling of this chiron, this density that is programmed us to think that we're less than, we will change the world. And we are changing the world. This paradigm shift is happening, whether we're ready or not. I really feel that the tipping point has happened, and it's happening already. But what we need to do is come back and see ourselves for who we really are, really on this earth, and to attend our sores and our pains and our woundings from the past, and know what it is from the past, and send your past self love and to hold them. And it might even not just be your past self, it might be your ancestors. We are here in the Southern Hemisphere coming up to Samhain, which is the earth point between autumn equinox and winter solstice, the point of the veils are thinning, which will be at the 30th of April, around about the 5th of May, is the veils are the thinnest between us and the spirit world. So we are feeling this ancestral energy coming in anyway here on the land in the Southern Hemisphere. Use this time, this portal, eclipse portal, to send this healing, this love back through the portals of time. But then step forward into who you really are and why are you here. Okay. That's it. That's it. New moon, dark moon here, new moon tomorrow morning. Total Aries eclipse. Stay tuned for the next full moon coming up in Scorpio, which is very friggin' exciting. That will be in 2 weeks' time. But in the meantime, I'm taking astrology readings. I do deep dives. I can do Chiron woundings. We can go into your Chiron, since Chiron's really loud at the moment. I also do counseling and workshops and lots of other things. So come to my Instagram at Yvonne, EVONNE Wildheart. Or you can see me on YouTube as well, which is where this was posted. Oh, goodness. So much love to you. May you feel this energy speak to you and through you with this portal, and may you come back to your soul's essence, your cardinal spark, and to remember who you really are and why why you are here, really, without all the density, coming back to your soul's spark, that cardinal spark of Aries. Much love, blessings to you all, and sending you all so much love.